Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Broad Gym Reviews. A couple weeks ago, we did 3 manual treadmills at any cost. I mean, not any cost, but we gave you a variety of costs. And a lot of you commented and say, hey, do this with bikes. And so we are here to deliver. And actually, this was super fun. Am I a biker at heart? No. And that's because it wrecks my soul. Like if you have sat on the Echo bike for any amount of time, you are a masochist, right? Like you like pain. Like you feel like your soul is leaving your body anytime you exercise on that. And truth be told, you are my people. So today we are going to talk about 3 bikes that I think are really quality, but a couple different price points. And we'll talk about the specifics of each bike. But first, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Also, if you want to go ahead and purchase any of these bikes, we've made it super easy. Place a link below the like button. And then, as always, these were sent to us by the company, but that doesn't change our opinion about them. We're always going to be transparent in our reviews. Okay, so as I'm going through, the 50 bikes that are here, I'm thinking, okay, it has to be consistent, right? So we want a belt-driven bike, we want an air bike, and then a couple of the things that we are taking into consideration: price, user-friendliness, what is its resistance profile, and then how durable is the bike. So the first one I want to talk about, this is the most expensive option that we've chosen today. It is none other than the Assault Elite, and it runs $1,299. Now, one thing that I really like about the Assault is that you can put in max effort, but it kind of rewards you on the back end for distance and calories. Maybe that's like me dying and wanting to feel like I worked harder than I did, but something like the Echo does not do that. So with the Assault Elite, as you get going, you really like to ramp up those calories initially, and they'll kind of reward you on the back end. Now, it is belt driven and it does have a fan, so air resistance is being pulled through, so it is a louder machine. So if you are wanting something more quiet, honestly, like an air bike is just not going to be a good choice for you. Maybe something more like a magnetic bike would be a better option. However, it's just a totally different feel. So with the Assault Elite, it's actually really comfortable. It has 8 levels where the seat will actually move up and down, or they're forwards or backwards, to make sure that it fits you really well. And then the seat on this is actually a little bit wider and a little bit more cushioned than what we see with other bikes out there. So you're actually going to have a very comfortable ride. And especially if you're doing any sort of zone 2 on this bike, it is important to feel comfortable while you are riding. It does come with the same screen that the OG Assault bike has. It's going to show you things like your RPMs, your watts, your calories, your distance. One difference is that it does come with like a slight media shelf. Now you can put your phone on that. The only call out to that I have is that when you put your phone, or like when you rest your phone on top of that media like shelf area, it's actually going to block your screen from view, so you won't be able to see your calories and distance. So it's kind of like a mixed bag. Would you rather maybe do zone 2, watch Netflix or something, or go ahead and go hard and see your screen without your phone available? The Assault Elite is built with a heavy-duty steel frame. Obviously, this is one thing that makes this such a good quality bike. It is so durable. There's almost no plastic components throughout the bike. It also has an industrial powder coating over top of it. So we have moved this bike around a ton. We've had probably 20 or more testers come in and use this bike frequently, and so far it's held up super well. There's been no complaints about its durability, its sturdiness, or the way that it looks. It comes with a user weight capacity of 350 pounds, and then the overall weight of this bike is 125 pounds, with wheels on the front end, making it a little bit easier to move around. And really, it is an easy bike to move around. I think most people will be able to do this. In terms of its warranty, it has 10-year warranty on the frame and then 1-year warranty on the parts. It also comes with free shipping. So overall, I would give this bike 5 out of 5 stars in terms of like how it looks, how comfortable it is, how much it's going to give you a workout, its stability, and then overall just durability factor. The only even minor call out is that it is a more expensive bike, again, at that almost $1,300 cost point. Next, we have the Echo bike. That is $845. Honestly, I was actually surprised. I kind of expected the Echo bike to be a little bit more costly because it is used by so many. Like, this is one of the best bikes I think that is out there right now. Now, do I like using it? No, because it really is so challenging. But again, through that challenge, like obviously you were rewarded with saying that you withstood an Echo Bike sprint. This bike weighs 123 pounds and again has wheels on the front end, making it really easy to move around. Now it does have an updated screen. It's a 3.0. It's an LCD screen. It's going to show you all of the things that you want to see, right? Your watts, your distance, your calories. One thing they've updated is they've gone ahead and added a Bluetooth and ANT feature, so you can go ahead and connect to other cycling apps, and it'll show you your metrics on the cycling app as well as on your screen. So if you want to follow any sort of programming that's not necessarily programmed within the Echo Bike, you can go ahead and do that. Now, the Echo Bike is noisy, but not as noisy as the Assault. So maybe a little bit more quiet, especially for those of us who have to be concerned about noise level at our home gym. It has an adjustable seat with 8 levels up and down and then 5 levels back and forth, making sure that you find the right spot for you that feels good while you're using the bike. Now, one thing is on the website, it did say 11 levels, and I'm not sure where the discrepancy came in. I looked at it a bunch of times, guys, so hopefully I'm just not missing something that's right in front of my eyes. But what I found was 8 levels to move up and down and then 5 levels to move back and forth. The seat is also a bigger seat, similar to the Assault Elite, and very comfortable. I do like the handlebars a little bit better on the Echo than I do on the Assault. It just seems to be built with a little bit grippier texture, really comfortable while I was using it. It comes with a 330-pound weight capacity, and then it is finished with a texture black powder coating finish, looking really nice. Again, we've had a ton of people come in and test this. It's been moved around a ton. It's held up really well. Overall, would I choose the Echo versus the Assault in terms of my workout? Probably the Assault, only because the Echo feels like it's sucking every last bit of my soul out of my body anytime I use it. But again, super good work. All right, last one on our list is the Bells of Steel Residential Air Bike, and it is $584.99. So about half the cost of something like the Assault Elite. Do I think it functions as well as the Assault Elite? No. But if you are looking for a cheaper air bike, honestly, this is a really good one. Because it has a belt drive, it is going to require less maintenance over time than what we would see as something like a chain drive. It's also pretty quiet, so it just kind of goes Assault, Echo, and then Residential from Bells of Steel in terms of the loudness. It is 108 pounds, has wheels on the front, super easy to move around, and then has a total weight capacity of 297 pounds. If you weigh 300 pounds, could you use this bike? I'm sure you would be fine. But on the website, it does say 297 pounds is the weight capacity. It does have a smaller footprint than what we see with the Echo or the Assault, coming in at 50 inches in length, 24 inches in width, and then 51 inches in height. Now, it has 9 levels of adjustability in terms of its height, and then it also can move back and forth, although it doesn't have necessarily markers or levels where you're able to really say this has 5 different levels to move back and forth. It just kind of does a small glide back and forth. Definitely is shorter in terms of the back and forth motion that it offers compared to something like the Assault or something like the Echo, but I do think you'll be able to fit most body types really well still. The seat is comfortable, and it does come with a water bottle holder, which is something that I wish the Echo Bike did have. The seat is really comfortable. It's not as big, but it is fairly cushioned. So again, if you're doing a lot of zone 2 on this, you should feel fairly comfortable, and I like the addition of the water bottle. Now, I don't love the screen on it, but you are able to see all of the things that you would with the Assault or the Echo. So you have your distance, your RPMs, your wattage, your time, so on and so forth. You can go ahead and program interval programs onto the bike as well. So if you're doing any sort of Tabata like 1020 or 2010, you can go ahead and do that on the Residential bike as well. Here's the bottom line. I actually think all of these bikes are worth having. It just depends on your budget. I think you are going to get just as good of a workout on the Bells of Steel Residential bike as you would on the Echo bike. But it just depends on comfortability, how much you want to spend, and then how it feels. So they just feel different, right? The Residential bike is going to feel a little bit easier. I think the Echo Bike feels the hardest, and the Assault Elite feels a little less hard than the Echo Bike. But really, I don't think you could go wrong with any of these bikes. If you have an opinion about an air bike, please let us know in the comments below and let us know which one you are choosing for your own home gym. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.